everyone, my name is Chloe, and today I'm here to give you my Library Love Readathon TBR. So if you have not heard of the Library Love Readathon, I heard about it on Rainey from Rainy Day Reads channel. I love her. You guys, she is like the kindest, sweetest soul in the whole entire world, and she's hilarious. Like, she makes me laugh. She like calms me because she is like really just calm and great, and I just love her. I love everything about her. And so she's hosting this readathon, and I knew I had to jump in. So the Library Love Readathon is going from February 6th through the 19th, I believe. It's a 2-week readathon, and the whole point is to show your library some love. Over Valentine's Day, show your library some love. And so I'm going to kind of try to I'm going to do this all from the library, mostly digitally, because I'm going to try to kind of double up and make this like a read your bookshelf challenge as well as the Library Love. So I'm not going to read any of these physically. I'm going to do them all on audio or ebook from my library, because you guys, with life lately, that is like the only way I'm getting through books. I'm reading, like, aside from like chapter books that I read with my daughter, I'm reading maybe 1 or 2 books a month physically. I'm just not reading physically hardly at all. And so I am heavily dependent on my library right now to have digital copies of either books that I own or books that I don't. So this is a perfect opportunity to go through my shelves and then also use the library. So it's going to be kind of both. Well, the thing about this readathon is there are a ton of hosts, and this is unlike any readathon I've ever seen. So each host has kind of a different area or like section of the library that their channel kind of represents. And so each of them has 3 challenges, I think, that you can pick. So what I could do and what I thought about doing is just doing Rainey's, just doing her 3. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to challenge myself. So there's too many hosts, and I don't have enough books to do 3, all 3 challenges from all the people. That would not happen. But I'm going to try to do 1 from each person. So let's just go through it. I will link down below Rainey's announcement video, as well as like the prompts and the everybody else that's involved. So first up is Stephanie from Miss Richards Reads, and her section is like cozy mysteries. And so the one I'm going to be picking is the prompt is a cat or a dog on the cover. So I'm going to be reading Friends Like Us by Sarah Mackenzie. So this is about 2 female friends who, one has a cancer scare, the other has, she's mourning her husband's death, and they both are like trying to start over. And it says that they want to do an anti-bucket list, which I don't really understand what that is, because Jill, the one that, Bree, the one that had the cancer scare, she says have a one night stand or have some sort of fling. And so that's on her anti-bucket list. I don't really know what that means, but like I said, she has this fling with this guy and then finds out he's the architect that I think is renovating her house. And then Jill's also going to buy a Maine cottage and a cottage in Maine, and she is going to move. I don't know. I think this is just women's fiction about women starting over, and I love that. And this dog is just too dang cute. So love that. Next is Rainey from Rainy Day Reads, and Rainey loves classics, and so her section is called The Finer Things. And so I'm going to be reading, the prompt is read a play or a book about a famous person or watch a recorded production from the library. So I'm going to be reading Things I Should Have Said by Jamie Lynn Spears, because you guys, I'm trash for the Spears family drama. I just find all of them and the dynamics between them all so interesting. I do wish that they were handling it a little more privately, but I also am sucked in and want to know what's going on. And I was Team Brittany in the Brittany versus Christina years. I love Brittany. I still wish she could get whatever help she needs and get everything she needs, and I just am curious to see Jamie Lynn's perspective. I don't really for her, I was a little too old to watch some of the stuff she did and all that kind of stuff, but I'm still really interested. So Things I Should Have Said by Jamie Lynn Spears. Next is Jessica, and I think she is only on Instagram, so I will link, like I said, I'll link all these people down below, but hers is Bloody Valentine. So I'm going to be reading the prompt, Partner in Crime, read a book with 2 people on the cover. So because of the Bloody Valentine and Partner in Crime, I decided to go with The Collective by Allison Galen. So this one, I think No Killer Goes Unpunished. So I think this is about a mom who is grieving her daughter who was killed, and she thinks she knows the guy, whatever, who did it. And so she gets into this group of women called The Collective who like go around seeking revenge. I think that is the storyline to this. This is a thriller. I don't want to know a whole lot about it, but that's what I know. And I just think, I don't know. This sounds like it could be really great or it could be really bad. I don't really know. So there we go for that. Next is Kate from Kate Howe. So she is in the fairy tale section. I don't read a lot of fairy tales, but so the one that I'm going to do is read a book with a beautiful cover, and I'm going to read The Fire Between High and Low by Brittany C. Cherry. So this one is, she released these covers a year or two ago, and they are just gorgeous. She did it for all 4 of the books in her Element series, and they are so buttery and beautiful, and like, I don't know if the camera really does it justice, but this is a Grumpy Sunshine romance about 2 probably young adults, I think, and it may be like a first love, second chance, because she does a lot of that, but he's really grumpy, she is really bright, and then for some reason he, until the day I lost him, he threw us away with one hasty decision, a decision that changed us forever. So hopefully they can find their way back together. I know this is going to be hard-hitting and emotional because they always are, and I have not read a Brittany C. Cherry in a while, so I'm really excited to read this. Next is Tiffany from Beautiful Minutia. I don't know why I struggle with that word, but she is also a great channel. If you have not watched her, she is very big into classics. But again, I still find her really present, like really calming. Her presence really calming. She's a homeschool mom. She's really sweet. I really enjoy watching her content, and she is in the travel section. So the prompt I'm going to be doing is a sun or on the cover or in the title. So I'm going to be which I was shocked. I thought a sun on the cover would be easy. It was not. Like, I mean, there's sunshine on a lot of covers, but so I'm going to be reading Sunshine on Silver Lake by Annie Raines. I think this is number 5 in a series, but I've read number 6, and I think they can be read pretty easily as standalone. So this is about Emma. She's planning to run a 5K, but then her, like, I think back at her hometown or whatever, and she had a high school romance, and this guy comes back to her. He's like the why can't I think of what the word is? Park ranger. He's a park ranger, and he like proposes this fake dating plot, and I don't really know why or what the motivation is. I think it's something with his sister. This will just be really cute, I think, and really like springy to hopefully get me through these cold days of February. So excited for that. Am I saying excited about all of them? Because I really genuinely am. But so the next one is Naomi from Naomi's Bookshelf. And her section is not a novel, just something that's not a novel, which I'm doing an audiobook. That's the prompt that I'm doing, an audiobook. So like I said, a lot of these I'm going to be doing on audio, but I'm trying not to, at least for my TBR, I'm trying not to double up. I would like to read one for all of these. So I'm going to be reading Who is Maud Dixon on audio. By Alexandra Andrews. And this one is about a woman who becomes the assistant for Maud Dixon. Maud Dixon is a pen name for a famous author. And then one day, I think this girl wakes up, Florence wakes up in the hospital after a terrible car accident with no memory and no sign of the author. So I think it says, instead of hiding in Helen's shadow, why not upgrade to Helen's life? Not to mention her best-selling pseudonym. So I don't know. It says, taut, twisty, and viciously entertaining, Who is Maud Dixon is a stylish psychological thriller about how far into the darkness you're willing to claim the life you always wanted. So, again, this sounds really good. I feel like I've got a good mix here of like light, fluffy contemporary and then thrillers. So hopefully this one's great. This one's a textured cover, and I really like that. Next is Katherine, which is Taking Tea with Katherine, and hers is pairings. So it's try something new. I don't know that this necessarily has to be a book, but I'm going to be doing Little Black Dress by Susan McBride because I think Susan McBride is a new to me author, and this is about a woman who goes back, I think, to her hometown because her life's kind of fallen apart, and she finds secrets about her mom and her sister. And there's potentially some magical realism in this book with this little black dress, but I'm not exactly sure. So this will be something new to me. The pages in the pages are huge in this. I don't know if it really looks like it, but the margins feel really tight. So I'm glad I'm going to be reading this from my library, either on ebook or audiobook. I may also try to get some of these in large print if I am wanting to physically read, because I don't ever buy large print because I don't need it, and I don't typically prefer to read that way. But being able to turn the pages faster typically motivates me, and when with something that's really tight like that, I might try to do that too. Next is Petra from Petra U, and her section is fantasy. So I am not a huge fantasy reader, but she has a prompt for me too. So continue a series you have started. I'm going to be reading Miracle on Fifth Avenue by Sarah Morgan. So this is I've read 1 and 2 in the series. This is number 3, and this is about Eva. Eva is a hopeless romantic, and she gets this job to house sit, and then she's got a guy there that is super hunky, and it's their romance, I'm guessing. I love this friend group, and I think it's a really fun series. Then, nope, 2 more. Melissa from Fully Booked, her section is language, and so she is going, the prompt that I'm going to do is books about language. This one's a little bit of a stretch. I'm going to be doing Archer's Voice by Mia Sheridan. So I don't know how I have never read this. This is one that I have heard so many people talk about as being so good and so heart-wrenching and so just an epic romance. And I have not read it. I don't have it on my shelves, but I'm going to be reading it. And I think this is also about 2 broken people coming together. I know Archer, he is mute. I don't know if it's selectively mute or if he's hearing impaired or what kind of the issue is. But communication language is kind of a struggle. So that's what I'm saying for that. And then last is Chelsea, Voyage of a Time Wanderer. And hers is historical fiction. So I'm going to be reading a book for the prompt, bookish word in the title. So I'm going to be reading Bookends by Jane Green. So this is about 4 people, I think, who live together. Well, 5. It's a couple with a baby or a kid. And then Katherine, our main character, and her friend Simon, who, I don't know, he's desperate for a man of his own. That's what it says about him on the back. And then somebody from their past comes back named Portia or something. And she's known for breaking hearts. She causes all sorts of havoc. And I just love Jane Green's British rom-com kind of books, and so it's been a while since I've read one, so I'm gonna do that. So that is my huge TBR for the Library Love Readathon happening February 6th to the 19th. Thank you to all of the hosts. I'm really excited to do it, and I may or may not try to vlog. We'll just kind of see how it goes. So that is everything. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you are participating in this readathon, and we'll see you in the next one.